All praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how I was thinking of the question, and now that I've pressed record and my mind's gone blank, but yeah, it was this: to all you women that don't want to share men, right? Consider this analogy, right? Now, women for the longest time have just had men as thought that men are just something that's always there, and they can go and flow through the world, and there's just always men, either men that they do that like them back, or men that they don't like that like them back, right? Or men that they want but that don't like them. There's just all, but then really, a lot of women don't think that there's any men that they want that don't want them. They don't believe that that's a real thing, a lot of them, because of their arrogance, right? But they've just always thought that men's just a thing that's just going to always be available and be there. But now they're starting to realize that the kind of men that they want are not as high in number as what they would like those men to be. So then they complain and cry about this, but at the same time, these are still the men that they want, and they're not prepared to change their standards, right? And they also are starting to realize that the men that they don't want can't meet this standard based off some things that some women say, not everyone, that some women say about just the height thing, and certain men might not have a certain face, so you can't change your face to become more attractive if you're not attractive as a man. Like, not really. Women can try and manipulate with this fake up makeup business, but really, with the makeup off, they're still looking like Freddy Krueger. But a lot of women don't actually like. There's a certain level of. I heard somebody say this on one thing, where he said that really, like, a woman that's 4 out of 10 in attractiveness levels, you're not really gonna ever see that level looking of woman rarely ever walking on the street, because they're putting makeup on to make themselves look more attractive than they actually are. And this is something that I'm about to say now, this is something that I sometimes get a good laugh out of. That when all hell breaks loose in this society falls, we're all going to look crazy as hell, man. Like, for brothers that have got receding hairlines, your hair don't grow, but you might still be young-ish or whatever, or you might still look young or whatever when your hair is cut. We already know that one... Hey, so lucky, man. I'm getting a laugh about it again. We already know that once that hair starts to grow just a couple of millimeters too high, that we start adding every half a millimeter is about 5 extra years onto your life, right? And it just don't look good, according to what we know that it used to look like in the past when we had hair. Right now, we're all gonna look crazy as hell anyway when it all goes down, and the women are gonna look crazy too. They're gonna stink. We're all gonna look like crazy as hell, man. People that can't grow hair are gonna look crazy. People that are used to having that shape up, they're gonna look, when you see their real hairline that ain't manipulated by the barber, it's gonna look all crazy, right? Some people might look better. Some people might look better. It's like among men, they might actually look better because they might look more manly or whatever. Their hairline might not have no problems. That's possible too. But we're gonna look crazy as hell because we're not gonna have the same diet that's allowing us to just drink as much water as we need to make our skin look healthy. We're gonna look crazy as hell. But we're gonna look like, it's not gonna be what people think it is now. But anyway, back on the women thing, right? And applying this to Isaiah 4:1. Right now, women want a certain quality of man, right? That meets some crazy high standards. But then at the same time, they want their own man. It's not like they want that kind of man, but they're like, okay, I'll have this man, but I'm prepared to share him. No, they want their own one. And I was just thinking of this analogy, like, imagine that there's a table in a restaurant, right? Just one table left in a restaurant, and then there's plenty of other diners that might all be single people that just want to come and eat at this restaurant that's a high quality restaurant, but they all want to come and eat in there by themselves. And then the waiter or the waitress is like, okay, there's 10 of you, right? Or you know what? Let me use 7 to apply it to Isaiah 4:1. There's 7 of you, right? And there's one table that can fit 7. So what we'll do, since you're all in here by yourself anyway, and want to eat in here by yourself, is all 7 of you can sit down at this one table, and you all eat from the same table and order whatever you want to eat, and you all just share the same table. And then the people are like, nah, I don't want to share no table. I want to eat my own, sit on my own table. I don't want to sit with all these people. I don't want to share no table. What are you on about? I shouldn't have to share a table. So then they're like, okay, then you don't want to have to share this table. So are you prepared to pay? Okay, if you don't want to share this table, right, the price for this meal is going to be 7 times more expensive than it would have been, because there's 6 other people that are waiting. So I'm going to charge you 7 times more for every single thing that you buy off this, so that I can get the same amount of money that I would have got from all these other women. Which, according to the analogy of a man and a woman, would be, okay, you women don't want to have to share a man. Okay, do 7 times as much work as one woman then, and then he wouldn't need to have all these extra women in. If you can, as a woman, do 7 times more, or do the same amount of work as 7 other women, produce him 7 times more children than what 7 women could produce, or produce equal. Can you do that? No, you can't. Cook 7 times as much meals as what 7 women could do. Could you do that? No, you can't do it. You can't be 7 women. Just like how one man can't be 7 men. But that's not the way how I set it up. And these women are just, they say these things, right? But then they're not prepared to pay the higher price, or they're not prepared to do anything extra to be able to be like, okay, I should be the only woman then. They're not prepared to. Right now, imagine this. Everyone's starving, right? And there's like, I don't know what kind of food. Let's say there's 7 apples, right? And there's like 10 women, there's 14 women. And then the women are looking at the apples like, okay, I want my own apple. And you're telling them, nah, we're going to have to cut these apples in half and everyone can get half an apple. And they're talking about, nah, I want my own one. I shouldn't have to share. I shouldn't have to share no apple. I want my own one. Okay, you know what then? You can get nothing. And then we're going to split it between these women still. But we're going to split it 13 ways now. And you get nothing. So your half is going to get spread amongst these 13 women. That's what it's going to be for some of you women. Some of you women that are with men of the Lord right now. Oh, you don't want to share this, man? Okay, you don't worry about it. You're not going to, you know what? You're right. You shouldn't have to share this, man. You go out there in the society that's falling and it's apocalypse, right? And you go handle it on yourself. You're right. You shouldn't have to share. You go out there and worry about all the crazy people that have the spirits of vengeance that were made to destroy people. You will go handle and be out there with them. Yeah, and leave these women that are prepared to share this, man. Leave them to worry about having to share, man, and why they should have to share. You don't have to. You're right. You shouldn't have to. You go out there and go and do what you're gonna do in the world. Then you don't. In fact, you don't have to share. You go out there and let the world your oyster, mate. You shouldn't have to share. Goodbye. See ya. That's what it's gonna be. Imagine us. Let me give another scenario. Imagine there's like one pizza, man. One pizza left in the world. Just imagine there was one pizza left in the world, right? And there's 10 people in the building, and there's only just one pizza left, and they're used to having their own pizza, but now they're getting told, okay, everyone's gonna get one slice, and we're gonna split it in 10, and they're talking about I shouldn't have to share. I want my own pizza. You think that person's gonna be allowed to take that whole pizza and eat it in front of the rest of those 9 people in that room? You think so? You reckon that person would not be made to live in a scenario like that? And these are the kind of things that women are going to be looking at. Women like, man, you're selfish. Because there's going to be women that really desperately want to receive salvation now, and they know that it's going to only be able to come through this man trusting in and believing that they're a woman of worth. And another woman might be pushing up her face, talking about, nah, you ain't finna have all these multiple wives. And then women might rush her, man. That happens right now for just when some of these little jive ass women are trying to get into a nightclub. I seen him first. Yeah. In that time, these women are going to have that kind of mentality towards women that are trying to stop them from. They're going to be viewing it like, man, you're trying to stop me getting salvation. Yeah. I'm humbly coming towards this man, and he's accepting me, but you're there in the background whispering, nah, you're not finna. Well, who are you to say that? And they're going to look at some of you with anger. It already happens now in this world, man. When women are walking on the street with their man and they see in the distance some hot women, the woman might have been miserable, sour puss in her face, just miserable, not trying to talk to the man all the whole time that was outside. But now when she sees these hot women down this, now all of a sudden she wants to talk. now as soon as she wants to start running her mouth and talking to him, wanting to try and link arms. Women always get in order and start changing up their attitude, and that stinks as soon as other women like that man. They always do it. They always do it, man. Women can think you're ugly as hell and then see that you've got a woman, and now all of a sudden they think you're attractive. There's even stories where men wear fake wedding rings to get women to start liking them, man, and it works. Because women are not right, they're not righteous, man. But I just wanted to drop that little analogy out there, man, because a lot of these women really are going to show themselves to be wicked when that time comes, man. They're going to show themselves to be frauds. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1, and in that day some women shall take hold of one man, and we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? Shalom.